When
You talk that smack.
right, you bark
Get,
like a
get,
dog.
get ready. You want to be a dog and fight with the
Right,
big dogs?
right,
You just gotta know a big dog gonna come fight back. Sooner or later,
correct,
you gonna punch somebody who punch you right back. You
correct.
gotta know
And they
that.
wanna they wanna always they always wanna compare like, oh well, this girl, and if it was a guy, we don't say nothing to guys. We say stuff to the guys all the time. There's villains in the NBA also. There's people that we don't like that bark all the time. Example,
Yeah.
Draymond Greens of the world. Uh,
He's finished after this year too, by the way.
yeah, he's about done. But there are those people that take on that villain tone and that coat, and you took on that. You put that on your shoulders. You said you're gonna be quote unquote unapologetically you. And
Oh, it's all
this
good when you winning.
right, and it was all good when you winning.
It's all good when you winning. Ain't
You
nobody
was
can't tell you
you
nothing.
was ring
But
on the
now you lose.
finger. You was this.
You know what I
And
mean?
then now
Like
you
you
lose and
lose.
you was like this. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
you lose.
man.
You start crying. You start complaining about who
What
did
she
this
went
to you, and
through.
you
Yeah.
don't know what I go through. You weren't saying that when you was cooking.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing. You know what I mean? Like, they say be humble, and I'm not a big I'm starting to I push away from that. Don't be humble. Celebrate your greatness. If you
Mhm,
feel like you're great, celebrate it. But also know what comes on the other side of that. And that's a lot of hate. Ain't nobody get to the top. Ain't nobody get great without the hate.
mhm.
It don't happen. That's not how it works. So the fact that you got to a point where you are, and then you want to boo hoo and not excuses and tell the truth about what you really been dealing with. Should have been talking that when you was on top of the mountain. Don't talk about it when you got knocked down. And
Yeah.
that's why I said like I ain't trying. You know what I mean? That could be maturity. That could still growing, still understanding, still learning, et cetera, et cetera. But that's a lesson you gotta learn, and you gotta dust yourself off. You know
I'm
what I mean?
I'm
And,
I'm
and
old
come back.
school.
But yeah, but I'm gonna call that out. Like I ain't really like
Yeah.
that. Like I ain't, like that's the only thing I saw from that from the interviews and stuff. Like now you boo hooing because you lost. Like come on, man.
Yeah. I'm an old school guy. So I'm about like you said, I know I like how you said it, like celebrate your greatness. I think there's also a way to do it. And I'm a man about sportsmanship. So I think sometimes it gets a little that line gets blurry when you're out there on the court. I know you're confident and you're in a battle, but it's still sportsmanship that you should carry yourself with throughout the game. And then whether it's Caitlin Clark that's being unsportsman versus Angel Reese being unsportsman at times, they all get called out. But one thing that does happen is the tone between the two during the post games and the pregame interviews between both of these young ladies. Right? I think that's where it kind of gets to, oh, Angel Reese is the unapologetically her girl, and then Caitlin is kind of saying all the right words, the all American, right thing to say. I'm happy. I'm proud. I blah 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 blah. And then Angel Reese is more on, you know, I hope people look up to me. I'm blah blah blah. It's just one of them things that is just that kind of pushes people off a little bit, and we all get that. So like you said, I'm with you 100%. If you're gonna throw it out there, be ready to take it. And this is unfortunately what she kind of had to go through. But I'm
Right.
supporting her. Hopefully, she does well in NBA. She's WNBA. She's elected to go into the WNBA today, and congratulate her for that.